So let me just say though, when I sit down to record these videos with these old characters that are just so old, need a Zenkai badly, I actually don't expect to get a single win. But I normally, obviously with that mindset, I don't get upset if I lose, and I don't care if there's multiple losses, things like that. But what I'll say is, I just got done recording the matches for this video, and I feel like probably pretty much every match I played was highly winnable if I don't get rush guessed. Like, there was one match I got guessed twice while they landed 2 on me. It's like, you can't overcome that, okay? I'm already playing with 2.5 characters, maybe 2 really. 2.5 characters getting guessed. They're landing theirs. You can't overcome that. It's too much to, well, you can overcome it, just it's extremely unlikely, right? Especially if the player is even remotely good. So that being said, all that out of the way, we are doing a video with META-RILLDO. He's actually a character that if he got a Zenkai would be pretty neat. He actually has a Z tier boost in PvP, so he's got the 40% extra damage. So he will do some decent damage. I mean, decent, right? Stats are power crept, obviously. Newer sparking would be what, 260-ish for a strike attack? Anyways. So major pierce damage, minus 50% to health restoration. Just immediately, if they were to give him a Zenkai, this needs blast armor, and obviously the modifier would need to go up as well. Maybe 100% down would be pretty crazy too. But blast armor is like needed. It's a meta thing. He has heavy bleed here. Green is plus 20% strike damage and plus 20% special move damage. Give him the key here, or even the ability to draw a blue card one time as well would be pretty crazy. He draws a strike here, gets key and gets damage. Also, plus 70% chance to inflict heavy bleed for 20 counts. So the 70 obviously makes up the 30% difference here. So he's pretty much gonna, for that 20 count window anyway, always land it, assuming it can't be, you know, there's no immunities or whatever from the other side of the field. Z ability is pretty bad at this point, just red, but is what it is. So 50% strike damage inflicted for 20 counts when he enters the battlefield. Honestly, that's aged pretty well. This doesn't need to change much. It just needs to turn into just damage, plus 50% damage as opposed to just strike damage. Bring up those blasts just a little bit. Applies attribute upgrade minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects activated when changing cover. So if they change cover, they're not getting sustained damage cut, basically. And also, he's one of the few characters like Demon King Piccolo, there's a hit, there's not very many, but he's one of those characters that can actually nullify endurance on any action he takes. Tap punches, tap shot, whatever, rising rush, he will nullify your endurance. Also, and I hope I don't forget that. I don't think I forgot that in any match. I don't think I came across any endurance characters. Also nullifies abnormal conditions and restores his health by 10% when he switches out. So really, you've got this cool thing with him and like Purple SS4 Goku, where they can kind of just constantly heal on switch outs. So Super Saiyan 4 Goku also does have the support, but I'll probably honestly wind up using just Oob and SS4 Gogeta for most matches because due to the meta, the matchups I'm going to have, and also the color synergy, I just think I'll probably use those 3, but Goku is an option as well. And also we did give the I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here, the health restoration equip to Rildo, so he will be healing a decent amount. So yeah, we have that. We also have the pure attack increase for the strike when we are with a Super Saiyan 4 there. We also do have this very powerful strike based equip, so we're gonna probably just be running him with Oob, like I said, in SS4 Gogeta. But Goku would be a fun one to use if you can switch a lot. But anyways, desperately needs a Zenkai. Not going to talk much more about that. But anyways, here's the matches. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into match 1. Really quick, I want to say, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm doing a new mini-series where I am actually going over the new characters that are coming out. I'm going to have one coming out for Goku and Frieza, and I did one recently for Bardock where we talk about the 3 things you need to know about the new character when it comes to using them or being against them. So please check that video out. I'll leave it down below in the description. Okay, so here we go with this one, and for this one, we have a match versus Fusion Warrior. So this video is going to be a post-commentary video. I recorded this one just kind of while I was playing, just passively. So anyways, we're going to have the secondary insight. By the way, definitely upset that I lost that one by 1. But yeah, so here we go with this one. Off to a bad start, losing priority there. Switch there. I do like to sub in the Oob there for the strike seal. As you see, it maybe hampered the combo a little bit. Starting to lag a little bit. Okay, he drew a strike. I don't know if it was still sealed or what. We do get the early sidestep, and we get to go ahead and sub out here, go for the quick blue. And let's see the damage. Actually, not terrible. I'll take the health restoration debuff. I got him with that. Got the perfect vanish. So right now I'm thinking about the fact that he's going to be going to Gogeta, and he does. Nullify cover, not that it mattered. It wasn't a strike card. But the more important thing is nullifying the cover for the Super Vegito. Oh, let me say this, by the way. I probably play Super Vegito probably 3 times in this video, and I'll tell you, I promise you, not a single time do I act on his Super Arts card. I always get told in videos that it's a long animation, and I know. It's just not how I play. If you actually pay attention to how I play, and by the way, I almost had that one. If you pay attention to how I play, I don't act on those animation speeds very often. I don't think that it swings enough games for me, so I don't really care about it, to be honest. But I know that there's a level that you want to get to where you're paying attention to that and you're going on those. And I know the activation times for most characters, but I still prefer to play the way that I play. So please understand that going forward. If you see any comments on that in this video or any others, I know, okay? It's funny because I get it in like every single video Super Vegito's in. So it's like, I know, it's just a habit. I don't play like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's just not how I play. Anyways, so we do have the rush going through. Oh, looks like we might be trying to wipe out Super Vegito kind of early. Oh, strike damage is not bad there. All things considered, that's not bad strike damage. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention it when I mentioned the support earlier. Oob is also supporting Rildo a decent bit. Oob's just an awesome character, really. So he is also supporting Rildo a decent bit. I would love, by the way, if Rildo would just add strike blast armor. That would be crazy if they added that. I don't think it'd happen, but I do think they probably give it, like I said in the beginning, on the blue card, because he just kind of needs it, at least at some point. You know, it's just kind of weird. Also, that the way he plays is like, it's heavily strike based, right? When he came out, I remember doing videos with him and Mai and just going red, green and stuff. I great delay from him. I remember doing those videos, and honestly, it was kind of the same thing back then. It was actually him, Mai, and Zamasu, I believe. Such an old time, a long time ago. Anyways, back to the match at hand. Get off you guys the inside, because people say they love when I offer the second-hand insight, as opposed to ramble like I've done for the last 2.5 minutes. Okay, so right here, I'm not particularly happy about this, because Oob will get defeated and nullified. Not ideal. Okay, so we go for a tackle there. If he had the green, I'd get burned. He did not, thankfully. Double sidestep. So we have the priority back now. Okay, so I'm right now trying to just do as much damage as I can. Going a little quicker there, as you see, not getting the extra dash in. Okay, just trying to do the damage that I can. Like I said, not a bad combo from Rildo on Gogeta. Gogeta's maybe starting to show his age just a tiny bit as a Zenkai. Still very powerful character, though. But still not bad. I was genuinely surprised when I saw this, by the way. I was like, damn, yo. I commended him in real time for landing the green because I didn't think he had it, but he must have drew it after that exchange that he had earlier, or thought he could, go on the tackle with the strike or whatever. Anyways, I just thought this was so funny to me. Like, why are you rushing Rildo, of all people? Of all people, your last character is a blue character. It just is so weird to me. All right, goodbye. That's going to overwrite the ultimate. I don't love that. Kind of annoying, actually, if I'm being honest. But Gogeta should be fine. And by Gogeta, I mean mine, obviously. But the thing about Gogeta is when it comes to the other Gogeta, he's neutral right now. So he's doing better damage than he should be doing, all things considered. Going to land the ult here. And then things get kind of weird for the next 20 seconds. I'm not really going to comment on it, but it's just kind of weird. I think the opponent thought something was going to happen that I didn't have, right? Blast armor fly through, get that. There we go. And right here, he's going to forfeit. I think he thought I had more cards, more damage I could have done there, but I didn't. But I mean, it's not that I couldn't have won. It just was kind of unlikely, right? So anyways, we're going to play the next one, guys. You know, I mentioned it recently, but this new game I'm playing is super sick. Seriously, it's got the perfect blend of like content, unique mechanics, and an awesome community. So yeah, I'm definitely just having a ton of fun. But anyways, I hope to tell you guys a little bit more about it later on. So next match on the way. Okay, so here is the next one, a match versus a movies team. I was actually kind of surprised to see the Broly was in this match. Probably, obviously, he thought I was going to be bringing SS4 Goku, which, I mean, realistically isn't a bad choice. And by the way, the Broly's probably a little underrated. You know, he's been doing a ton of damage in this mono purple meta, not just because elements, but I think it's also because of the boost system. So he's actually looked really good the last few times I've used him or seen videos with him in general, or come across him just offline, right? So, well, online, I guess, but off video. Anyway, so we got priority here, sub to Rildo. I drop comboed there. Even with the stupid lag, by the way, I was very happy I pulled that off. So look at the damage. Look at the damage. Broly just could not stand up to that. We landed the strong bleed, which might have been enough because the regen that he popped in, if I didn't have the bleed, I probably don't get the kill with those taps. So very kind of like understated thing, but I'm happy I got it. Did not expect the tackle there, but it's fine because I was able to waste just enough time. And one thing I'll say is throughout the video, I haven't commented on it, but Rildo's passive healing on those switch outs has been very valuable to me and to keep him alive. I mean, he actually has, he's a very, I think it makes sense because he's a very heavy set dude, I guess, but he's actually a pretty good tank, man. In terms of the way that he's built, if they gave him some more damage cut, he'd be pretty fine. You know, I actually don't know what I did there. I thought I had that one, but I probably just took too long. And I lost Oob for nothing, unfortunately. And that's going to matter. Losing Oob in this match is going to matter because what it'll mean is that the Vegeta, and obviously the Goku version of Vegeta, will be able to run this match however they want. So I'm going to have to probably wind up rushing him. And you'll see, okay, this is just unlucky. You'll see that he, because I thought he was going to go for a blast there. He is not going to probably switch out at this point from that Goku. I'm even getting rushed on the sidestep there. Again, just got impatient. Personally, my heart started pounding a little too quickly, started getting a little too invested and emotional because I lost my Oob on nothing, basically, when really I was okay losing the endurance, but I wasn't okay losing the character in his entirety. You definitely want to at least pop his main, keep him around a little longer, maybe get a paralysis, whatever, you know? So unlucky again. This one's starting to get away from me. I still have a chance if I can land the rush. I'll be okay. I don't mind the switch. He does go for it. It's fine. Not a huge deal. We're going to go ahead and pop the blue. One shot. Draw the extra blue. And now I'm kind of just fighting against the timer. I've noticed that he's been tackling a lot, so I felt like I had an opportunity to go ahead and use the blast there. I was successful, but speaking of being successful, I chose the strike here instead of the blue because if you know anything about Gogeta, he auto-draws the blue card directly after, but wouldn't you know it, the only choices I had in my hand were a strike and a blue, and I got guessed. And I don't have enough damage here. I'm not doing enough. I was hoping to draw a strike there. I did get the strike. I need one more strike. Didn't get it. He got a perfect, and that one was close. Definitely would have won if I didn't get guessed. It's unfortunate. Like I said in the beginning, though, don't mind taking the L. Let's play the next one. And by the way, the important thing about that match was Rildo kind of tanking a little bit. He'll tank a little more in the next match, but the importance was the way that he was able to put out the damage with type advantage. There's not, as you'll see, I didn't run across very many yellows for whatever reason, but he did okay in the matchups that he had for the most part. And again, that Broly's nothing impressive, defensively especially, so it's not a huge deal, but it's always nice when a character from, 2019 can come out and put the hammer down on a character that came out probably last year, right? Anyways, let's play the next one. Okay, so this one's going to be a doozy. We have a match versus Super Vegito again. Remember what I said about him, because I think in this match I actually got an opportunity and was going to use it coincidentally because I felt like I needed it, but just old habits die hard, man. I think I got an opportunity in this one. But anyways, here we go. That's not going to work. I'm going to go for this here. I do land that one. Get the nullify, so I don't really care if he were to sub. He didn't sub yet, though, however. We go for the blast there. He does finally sub. I want to go to Rildo here, but I was like, nah, his blue's not going to do much damage. I believe I had that interaction earlier in this video. Go quick there. Wasn't the right move. Should have waited for the sidestep. Not a huge deal, though, because in this stage in the match, you don't know the other player's tendencies. If they're going to try to wait to the last possible waking second, or if they're going to go quickly with the sidestep, you just don't know. Same goes from the scenario that I was in. So I'm okay with taking some damage here. Not a huge deal. Just trying to wait and avoid subbing the Rildo so he doesn't get just obliterated, and also having Oob as a safety net. So I thought this was going to land, clearly. He was quick to evade that. I didn't think he was going to do it. Like, if he did anything but back out, that would have hit him. Like, I think he was already backing out, and I don't know if it was luck or whatever, but it worked out in his favor. We are going to see how much he takes versus the ult from Gogeta, by the way. Did about 40% of the HP, not bad at all. Going to get a perfect here. I love when I can pull that off. Strike damage, not terrible. Was immune, though, to the bleed. So blaster obviously leaving much to be desired. We're going to go back to Gogeta most likely. Yep. Okay, to be expected. So here's another thing. This is where the showcase mentality kind of kicks me in the butt. I could have and should have done the rush right here, especially post neutrality with the main ability. Also, I didn't want to waste the ultimate, for the record. And I knew this wouldn't one-shot. But the mindset of the showcase video is that I was trying to keep another character alive that was not the Gogeta, the blue one, for as long as possible, so I could try to flex a little bit with Rildo and show you guys some cool stuff with Rildo. So I purposely didn't rush. And he actually backdashes like 3 or 4 times in this match, if I recall correctly. Kind of weird to see. It caught me off guard there. But anyways, yeah, I purposely didn't rush there, but I thought about it. I strongly considered it, especially with the neutrality. I'm pretty sure he would have died. And we're going to see Rildo versus an ultimate from the number 1A, 1B, whatever you have him, character in the game right now. With type disadvantage. He actually tanked that. Pretty awesome. We're going to go for the rush here. That's not going to work. I need the strike / melee damage here. So I do choose the blast. I believe I get guessed on this, which is super unfortunate because I don't think this would have killed regardless. Yep, I got guessed. Oh yeah, this is the one where I got guessed twice in the match. Oh, okay. Look, Rildo healed a little bit already. I think I'm going to get the chance to use Oob's main. I love the side step I pulled off there. I love that dash forward when they have type disadvantage. Most of the time it turns into a sub to another character with advantage and a sidestep. I pulled that off literally several times every video. One of my favorite plays. It's where I got the bad habit of doing the dash forward thing. I've been trying not to do it as much. I didn't expect him to dash back there. Okay, he did it again, by the way. I don't know what all those dash backs are for. But yeah, this sub sidestep thing is where I got that bad dash forward habit is. Okay, so looking for a perfect here. I did get one. Okay. I don't think it's happened yet, but that Super Vegito scenario, I'm pretty sure is in this match. Yeah, so Super Vegito's in the match. Okay. Gotta use that strike, get some extra damage. Rildo's key restore is not great, but it's not terrible. We did let in strong bleed. There it is right there. I go for a tap, instinctually could have got the full board combo. Look what happens as a result. That's the one time that's truly kicked me in the butt. In all the videos I've done, I don't think that's ever really been a huge momentum swing. I mean, it matters always. If you can get that opportunity, you want it. But this time I truly felt bad. I truly felt bad. Because immediately thereafter I clicked the blast only because I felt bad about not getting that scenario. Otherwise, normally I wouldn't have clicked that blast like that. And he actually wound up getting a stop clock. I stopped my combo there expecting him to sub, which he did, and then I'm just trying to stall here. I got to get Rildo in, but the problem is with Rildo is when I bring him in, obviously he's just going to sub, and this was a misplay, sort of. I meant to click that blast first, which is why it was clicked in a quick succession afterwards. He did sidestep, so I don't really have much I can do here, so I'm trying to get the win here. And I lost that exchange, so I think I lose Rildo here. Yeah, I definitely lose Rildo here. All things considered, though, Rildo had a lot of HP that last time he showed up. I believe Oob's main was a part of that, too. I did not mind this. I'm going to have the blue card KO. I love when I get knocked back with the blue card in my hand and they don't have the blue card to combo the knockback, because a lot of times they go for a tap shot or a blast art from max distance, and I land that blue card and that's exchange as well. That's why I didn't mind it. So Oob's going to lose endurance here. This is still a winnable game is what I'm thinking about in my head. I'm still thinking this is a winnable game because it is. If he doesn't get the combo kill, which he didn't, this is a winnable game. He got the perfect there, tried the dash back, did not land it. It wouldn't have worked anyway because I only went for a single, but I'm happy I didn't have to use my Vanish. And look what the exchange we're in now. I got last man standing Gogeta here. Okay, was waiting for a sidestep, he didn't go for it. I can clash that, that's perfectly fine, and I know he's sweating bricks. Now, do I wish I didn't choose Blast twice in a match? Sure. Do I think that's what cost me this game? No. It was just dumb luck, like always, with the stupid rush. I drew a green, which is like the best thing you can have, but unfortunately what I needed next was a blue card. I did not draw one. So that's going to be it for this match. And, you know, all in all, we got to see the full spectrum, I think, for Rildo. He had a match or two where he did some good damage. He had a match in that one where he did some good tanking, and that's all pretty natural. He doesn't have any actual cut in his kit. That's how old he is. He doesn't actually have cut in his kit, right? Yeah, he doesn't have any cut. So like that was all pretty natural. So I thought that was actually kind of impressive. Stats are obviously not bad by today's standards for a melee character. 160 on the defense is honestly not bad. Like they knew what they were doing when they designed him, I think. And he went underrated just because the Z ability unfortunately limited his play. But honestly, I had fun using him. And like I said in the very beginning, it's not about whether I win or lose. Obviously, I'd love to win. But just the idea of using these characters and trying to see where they measure up in today's meta. So I hope you all enjoyed this one. Hit the thumbs up, thumbs up and subscribe. Stick around for more content. If you haven't seen some of the other videos that I've been doing, please check them out. Link is down below, and I'll see all of you in the next one.